Once we're past the age of about 50, concealers that worked well for us before just don't look good on us, especially later in the day. I tested 8 concealers on my 63-year-old skin so that you don't have to try them all. The best of these will make you look younger and will look good all day. I'm GloryB, and this is GloryB-TV, a lifestyle channel for mature women who want to look fabulous, feel amazing, and age gracefully. Well, concealer is my friend. And due to the fact that I have under eye tear troughs that started setting in when I was about, somewhere in my 50s, keeping that part of my face from aging me is a goal of my makeup routine every day. I always start my makeup by applying an under eye corrector, which is different from a concealer. The corrector, which for me is the Pixie Correction Concentrate, is applied with the concealer brush. It's an orange tone to cancel out that blue-purple color and to hide the fact that I have these troughs right above these bones. I showed how to do it in this video. Now, check that out if you have dark under eye circles or tear troughs or both. After applying the corrector product, I apply foundation over that. For all of the clips in this video, the foundation I'm wearing is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in the color 230N. The only exception is the day I tested the Clinique Even Better Concealer, and that's because Clinique makes matching colors in their foundation and concealer in the Even Better product line. On that day, I'm wearing the Clinique Even Better Foundation in the color Breeze. As always, the products I'm demonstrating are listed in the description box below the video and in the first comment below. I've included the lip colors I wore as well. So many of you ask me what lip colors I'm wearing, and it's a great question. So all colors and links to those products are listed as well. The concealer product for me is applied after foundation. I'm using it more as a brightener to get that fresh look. I started out this project doing an arm swatch, so let's look at that first. Now, going into this, my favorite concealer was the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy, which is in the upper left of my arm swatch in the color 20B. Now, I spent a lot of time in stores swatching concealers to get as close a color match to the 20B as possible. There are 9 colors swatched here in the photo, but I actually tested 8. The one I didn't test is the color at the bottom, the E.L.F. Camo Concealer and the color Fair Beige. Instead, for the E.L.F. Camo, I used the color Fair Rose. Now, you may wonder about other brands. There are others I tested in the stores, and they were either too orange or too yellow and didn't offer color even close to the Tarte 20B. So those with the off colors were NYX, Fenty, MAC, and Too Faced. And I looked into the new Tula concealers, but they didn't have any testers yet. I don't want to wait for the testers. I'm going to start with my favorite, the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy. And for that one, I'll also show you how I set it. I actually set all of them in the same way, but you don't need to see me do that every single time. But the setting the under eye area in this way really makes the area look smooth and last for as long as possible. Now let's get right into it with the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer. I've already applied the corrector and foundation, so now I'm ready for the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy. I put 1 dot under each eye and on the inner corner. And after that, I really like to use a slightly damp beauty blender to blend this out. And I find that I get the most natural looking application rather than using my finger or using some kind of brush. This beauty blender really does the trick. I tend to buy the beauty blenders at the semi-annual Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale because that's usually when they have them on half off. So this is one of my secrets. And then afterward, like I said, I set it and I start with the NYX powder or some other translucent powder, a brush, and a setting spray. I put a little bit of spray in the back of my hand, I put my ring finger into it and lightly tap the area under my eye with the setting spray until I just keep tapping until it's almost dry feeling. Then I go in with the brush with the translucent powder, tap it off, and then lightly tap that brush into that area. And that's all I need. And that sets the area and it looks great for the rest of the day. This is right after I finished my makeup. This is close up. And this is from further away. This is after 5 p.m. This is close up. It still looks pretty good. And this is from farther away. Next is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer in number 110. This is one of the lighter colors. I go in again, this time sped up, of course, with the Beauty Blender. And then that's how it looks. Here it is after all my makeup is on, from close up, and then from further away. Here is this look after 5 p.m. from close up. I wasn't really sure how I liked this one close up, and from further away. For the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, I got it in the color Vanilla. You'll also notice it's small. I bought the mini size, and I might as well since I'm having to buy so many at one time. And the doe foot is smaller than normal, of course, but that's all right. You only need a little bit of product. It went on really nicely. I'm really happy with the color. This is after my makeup is on. I once owned this NARS in Custard, which was way too yellow for me, so I like this color a lot better. And after 5 o'clock, and the close-up, this one I actually thought looked pretty good close-up and from further away. Next up is the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Rose. Now, they have a regular camo concealer that's not with the word hydrating, so I really wanted to try this. And I think I picked the right color this time. It goes on really nicely. You know, for $7, this is a really good concealer, and I really suggest you try it. Here is the E.L.F. after I put all my makeup on, and from close up, not too bad for $7, and further away. After 5 o'clock, this one looks pretty good. I mean, look at this close up for a drugstore brand and from further away. The Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer in Breeze. Now, this is the one that I have the matching foundation, and that's what I'm wearing today. It's more like my winter foundation, my winter color, but they go together. So I'm not really doing a lighter color here. And here it is with full makeup and close up and then further away. Here's how it looks after 5 p.m. and close up and from further away. The Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer is here in Cream 1.5. Now, this is one of those that's been really popular in the fashion magazines where they review makeup. Many of the younger girls use it to cover acne. I don't. If I have blemishes, I will use my corrector. Remember, I'm just using this to brighten the area and to look younger. Here's the Hourglass after putting on all of my makeup and from close up and from further away. This is Hourglass after 5 p.m. and from close up. This one I actually really like. Good color and coverage. This is the Revlon Colorstay Skin Awaken 5-in-1 Concealer, and my color is 010 Vanilla. It comes in this squeeze bottle. that you press as I showed, and it squeezes out of this little sponge. Now, why do they call it 5-in-1? Well, because they say, Revlon says it erases, perfects, brightens, hydrates, and refreshes skin. So 5-in-1. Well, it's a marketing thing. So you can see I was trying to get just enough product out without too much, and then apply it with my Beauty Blender sponge as normal. Here it is right after I finished putting on my makeup, and from close up, I thought it looked okay earlier in the day like this. I'm not so sure about later. Then after 5 o'clock, it looked okay. Not as good as the E.L.F, I would say, but it was passable. The IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Concealer is in the color 13.0 Light Natural. Now this is a sticky, thick product coming out of the tube. It's not wet like the all of the others, really. Even the other one in a tube, the Revlon. So I had to work it under my eyes with my finger before I took the Beauty Blender to it. And it might be better as a corrector in a more orange color. Here is the IT right after I finished putting on my makeup, and from close up, I think it looks pretty good earlier in the day. And here is the IT Bye Bye after 5 o'clock from close up. I didn't think it looked all that great close up later in the day. You see, I tested both high-end and drugstore concealers with a range of price points. So, what are my favorites? Well, they are the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy, no surprise there, the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer, and the E.L.F Hydrating Camo Concealer in the color Fair Rose. Have you tried any of these to get a younger, fresher look? Give me a comment below, and also go below the video to the description box or the first comment to check out all the products I tested and wore and showed you. And don't forget to see how I covered my under eye tear troughs or under eye hollows by tapping its image on the right side of the screen, and I'll see you in the next video.